What's up guys, it is T-Ball and I'm back with another video. So today, we're going to be going over the 5 biggest steals of the 2018 NBA free agency. So before we start, if you want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And also be sure to turn on post notifications so you can stay updated on when my newest video will be coming out. So the 2018 NBA free agency has been a crazy one with lots of players switching teams and some really unexpected signings occurring as well. There have also been quite a few steals with many teams being cap strapped, and a good amount of players have taken deals that I think are much below their true value. So with that being said, let's go over some of the biggest steals of this year's free agency. First off, for some honorable mentions, I have Nerlens Noel, who signed a 2-year, $3.8 million contract with the Oklahoma City Thunder. That includes a player option in the second year, and Ed Davis, who signed a 1-year, $4.4 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Noel signed a very cheap, prove-it type deal so he could opt out next offseason and get a bigger contract then, but for now, he and Steven Adams should help provide the Thunder with 48 minutes of rim protection. I also did a full breakdown on how he fits with the Thunder on my channel, so go check that out if you like, and I'll also leave a card to that video on the top as well. Ed Davis signed a very cheap deal with the Brooklyn Nets, and he is arguably the best rebounding and backup big man in the entire NBA. He's a great pick and roll player and a tremendous finisher at the rim. He should help provide the Nets with a great backup center to Jarrett Allen, and he will be a key player for Brooklyn to return to being at least back to a mediocre team in the NBA. So with those two guys out of the way, let's go over the top 5 steals of this year's free agency in no particular order. First up, I have Brook Lopez. Lopez signed a 1-year, $3.4 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's an absolute steal for a starting level center who can help stretch the floor and be a solid rim protector. Lopez does have his limitations as he is slow-footed and a poor pick and roll defender. However, he is a solid 3-point shooter that will help open up room for Giannis and Eric Bledsoe to get into the paint and score easy points at the basket. Also, Brook Lopez can still score in the post on a variety of moves, and he is a solid pick and roll and pick and pop player. And when he's set, he is a solid rim protector and is good at contesting and altering shots without fouling. Lopez should be a great fit for a young Bucks team that will look to secure home court advantage in a weak Eastern Conference. Next up, I have Seth Curry. The younger Curry brothers signed a 2-year, $5.6 million contract with the Portland Trail Blazers, which also includes a player option in the second year. Curry is a great shooter and scorer who will be a huge threat from anywhere on the floor. He's an underrated playmaker that can sometimes play the 1, but he should mainly see minutes at the 2. He can give Lillard or McCollum a break when needed, and a 3-guard combo of Lillard, McCollum, and Curry has a crazy amount of shooting. Defense will be an issue for the Blazers backcourt, but at least he'll put up a ton of points and get a lot of threes. Curry should slide into a 6-man role for the Blazers and help the Blazers stay in the playoff race in a tougher Western Conference next season. Julius Randle should be a huge steal for the New Orleans Pelicans, and he'll be a great replacement for DeMarcus Cousins. Randle signed a 2-year, $18 million contract with a player option in the second year, and he should slide into the starting 5 at the power forward position. Randle and Davis are good friends and should work well off each other, and if Randle continues to improve upon his impressive season that he had with the Lakers this past year, him and Davis could be an insanely hard front court to guard. Randle is a tremendous scorer in the post and is working on extending his range this offseason, and he is also a great rebounder and passer for a big guy. Teams can't afford to leave Randle open and double team Davis, or Julius will make them pay. Also, Randle could play the 5 as well, and a Mirotic-Randle combo when Davis rests doesn't give opposing teams any time to take a break on defense against the Pelicans front court. I think Nikola Mirotic's perimeter-oriented game combined with Randle's bully ball post game should play off and work really well together. Randle should be in for a big season with the Pelicans, as he'll look to play well in hopes of declining his player option next summer and get a bigger contract. One of the most surprising contracts this offseason that was an absolute steal was the one Isaiah Thomas signed with the Denver Nuggets. Thomas signed a 1-year, $2.4 million deal, which is the veteran's minimum. It's a sad fall for Thomas, who just 2 seasons ago looked like he was on pace for a huge contract before he had his hip injury. But Thomas should slide in nicely in the Nuggets backcourt as a spark plug off the bench, and he'll be playing with his old coach, Mike Malone. He should be familiar with the system and he'll focus on putting up points in a hurry for the Nuggets second unit that is lacking in scoring. Defense will be an issue for Thomas as always, but the Nuggets were already going to be a pretty bad defensive team before they had Thomas, so I don't think Isaiah can make the defense that much worse. If Thomas can get around 15 points a game on improved efficiency from last year, I could definitely see him getting a bigger and long-term contract next offseason. And of course, we all know DeMarcus Cousins signed a 1-year, $5.4 million deal with the Golden State Warriors. While I do think people are making a big deal out of it and are kind of exaggerating on his impact, it's a steal for Golden State nonetheless. When healthy, Cousins is a dominant inside presence who can score at will in the paint, but also create space and shoot it out at the perimeter as well. He can score from anywhere on the floor, and he'll make the Warriors even more dangerous on offense. However, the big question is if Cousins will ever become fully healthy and return to his old form. Achilles injuries are devastating, and for a big guy like Cousins, who knows how badly it will affect his game. But if Cousins can get even to 70% of his former self, this will be a steal for the Warriors, and he should help get the Warriors to possibly their 3rd straight championship. So that's a wrap. Those are the biggest steals of this year's free agency in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below your top steals of this year's free agency, as I do read all comments and I'll definitely try to get back to most of you guys. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more daily NBA content just like this, and be sure to turn on post notifications so you can stay updated on when my newest video will be coming out. Also follow me on Instagram and hit me up if you want to talk about basketball, business, or have any video ideas you want me to do. Let me know, as I do try to get back to most of you guys here as well. So once again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon for my next video. Peace.